You mentioned risk, and with Cloud Code, users are really able to just create their own software. So, talk to me a little bit about that. If I'm in an asset management firm, is this a good thing, or is there dangers involved in this that I should be aware of or should be thinking through?
Yeah, great question. It is a wild world that pretty much anybody can write code these days. I'm having the time of my life as a technical person. I started my career 25 years ago in the investment industry as a software engineer and wrote some code. Over the last 20 years, have not written a ton of code, and then the last few have been able to. So that it's been fun. I think most firms are interested in efficiency and in automation. They want to be able to run their business as well and not spend money and time on things that aren't high value for them. And these tools definitely make it easier to add automation for them and even build small applications to solve certain problems. We are seeing a lot more asks for things like MCP or Model Context Protocol servers, which makes it easier to hook AI tools together and to get data out of a prime record system like Ridgeline to feed them. At Ridgeline internally, we are a software company, and as you might expect, have a lot of these kind of tools popping up where people are building all kinds of things for themselves, for their team, and it's been critical to really provide an easy way to deploy the tools that they've built. I think building something just for you on your laptop is not as powerful as being able to roll it out. And you want to make sure that there's data security and that it's something that you can depend on. One of our customers is using GitHub code spaces, which is a sandboxed platform. This is a very, very security conscious firm, but they also are very into AI. And so they're using this code spaces as a way to have sandboxed exploration kind of boxes for their portfolio managers or researchers to be able to experiment safely and not be worried about wrecking their laptop or wrecking a data store with their newfound power. So that's a good trend. We have another customer who's actually built their own revenue projection app, which is what I'd call a hyper personalized app for one particular workflow and way that they like to look at their billing data. That tool that he's built is powered by Ridgeline data. It's hooked up to some of our APIs in our billing system and in our portfolio management system. And that's a great use case. I love that they're building a tool for themselves. They solve very specific problems for what's a feature that probably wouldn't be a feature that we build for every single customer, but solve
Yeah.
the problem for them.
That's fantastic to see. I know just at Ridgeline, I'm amazed at what the non-technical staff has been able to pull out using
Mhm.
these kind of tools. Let's jump into another poll. And here we want to talk a little bit about the maturity of using AI in your firm to build custom tools. So, what's the current status of your firm's journey with building your own custom software using these tools? Go ahead and vote. Cue the Jeopardy music again.
It'll be interesting. I'm a little less.
We have the results. All right. So it looks like some experimentation here is probably leading again. So that's probably what I would have expected, Alex. I don't know what you'd have thought, but actually the next
I'd
question.
expect I expect that second category to be the highest. I'm actually really surprised to see the significant new applications being built using tools. 20%, 1 in 5 people is kind of a lot. So it's very interesting.
Well, I think that this leads well into the next question I had, which is, there's always the age-old question in certainly in the investment management world. I've been doing this for a long time, and I've always seen firms struggle with when should I build, when should I buy? And so I'm curious how, the advent of Cloud Code and other AI tools has changed that.
Yeah, well, clearly software is a lot faster to build these days, and especially for smaller projects and things that are being built completely from the ground up. I think that's the most productive way to use the tools, the fastest to get something that's up and working. But building and buying has a couple different considerations you want to think about. And one of those key decision points that I guide people on is to think through, is this thing core to your business or is it context or around your business? So is it that some capability that's solving a key part of the business problem, it's tied directly to your value stream that you're delivering as a business, or it's just doing something around it that has to support that value? One example that I see a bunch is project management software, or even I'd add the famous to-do